Today I'm working on my 2007 BMW E70 X5 4.8i. Symptoms are my passenger door won't lock or unlock. I can lock the car, unlock the car. You'll notice that this doesn't move at all. So basically I have to manually lock it and pull the handle from the inside to be able to unlock it. So I'm going to take the door panel off. I've ordered the following part. See if we can get that to focus. So it's original BMW part. Surprisingly, you can get this new for 57 bucks on eBay, brand new. I had to buy a used one for my 3 Series to get the same kind of deal. So that's what I'm replacing. I'm doing another job as well. If you notice, I have this cloth over the handle here. The reason I have this is because this inner handle became super sticky. I'm going to show this in another video, but completely deteriorated, so I'm going to be tackling that as well. So first step is going to be to remove the actual door panel, which I'll show the steps right now. Okay, the first step is going to be to pop this trim piece off here. So you want to get a panel trim removal tool behind here. It's clipped in there pretty good, so you just got to get it at the right angle. And just basically, once you get a couple clicks free, just wiggle it and it pulls straight back. It's just clipped in, these clips here. And then once you've done that, there's 2 T20 Torx bits, one up here, one down in here. Okay, so I've just removed those 2 Phillips screws, but what I just did was change out this door handle. I showed in another video. I talk about how it becomes nasty like this, sticky and gross, and you have to change it, otherwise your hands turn black every time you pull the door panel. Anyway, I did that and I've replaced it with a fresh piece. So I'm continuing from this step now, where you saw me unsnap that cover that goes here. The next step will be to take off this trim piece around the handle here. So we're using a panel trim removal tool to get in here and pry this off. Once you unclip it, it just pulls off. And there's another T20 right there that we're going to get to. Here we are at the base of the door panel. There's one over here. It's a regular Phillips, I believe. No, sorry, it's still a T20 just like the rest. I don't know why I thought it was a Phillips. one over here, and one over here. So this one gave me a bit of a hard time for some reason. I think the piece inside the door panel that this screws into was probably just spinning. So I just basically got a screwdriver behind it, wedged it in behind it while I was backing it away. Just maybe that's something you guys will experience. Got all the screws out, now I'm going to use this panel trim removal tool to get behind the door panel. To free it as you saw. And I'll go around the whole panel now. And it just pulls away. Now they're at this point, it's pivoting. We can just pull straight back. Lift up above the door lock here. And here's what we got to deal with on the inside. Undo this clip here. It's clipped in here. Undo it here. Basically we want to lift up on this connector here. Just lift up straight and it pops off. Door panel. We got a connection for the handle light here. Now we're going down here. Right here is your power window switch. Right here. Down over here. There's this. It just clicks on. Over here by the door panel, by the grab handle. This just clicks on, and then there's a connector right here for the light for around the door panel that just clicks onto right here. You have your speaker, and then we have down here at the base of the door panel, we have a connector for the light, and that frees our door panel. This piece, just that sound you heard was just this rubber just clicking back into place. You may find it loose, but it snaps into place like that. So something to keep in mind. Don't be alarmed. So here we are. Door panel is removed. It's kind of an awkward angle to show everything, but I'll try to summarize it here. So we had this, which is our grab handle cable, and it snaps in over here. You had this piece here. It clicks on right there. You kind of have to rotate it out of the way. And we had this, which is our power window switch. It goes right there on the actual switch itself, which I left inside the door panel. And then coming over here, we have our LED for the actual door, for the handle. It just clicks on to the handle on the inside here. And clicks on through here. Just lights up your door handle on the inside. This part right here, this part right here, clicks into here. It just snaps into here just to hold it in place. Just to clean up and hold up the harness. And then we have our two input wires to the speaker. They're blue and they're separated. And lastly, at the base right here, at the absolute base right there, is your little door light that lights up the ground when you open your door, your puddle light. So those are all the connections. A lot more than my 3 Series, but that's what's involved for getting the door panel off the car. So similar to my 3 Series, I want to take this cable off and out of the way since it's not going to be used. It's going onto the new lock actuator, so you basically just pull down a little bit and then pull away, and then this just lifts up and off. It looks like that. This harness got a couple squeeze clips on the side here. These two. Gotta get that out of the way. This, you should be able to just pull out. It's not as easy as my other car, but if it's too tricky, then I'll leave this till when I have it off. Oh no, it's not that bad. See, it popped off. Basically, just brace your hand here, pop that off. Okay? Now we're gonna have to get this piece out by removing this. So what we're gonna wanna do is slowly, gently pry this out of the way. This is reusable adhesive that BMW uses. If you notice up here, it will break away if you just cut the cord as you're pulling away. Just use a finger. Get yourself enough access to be able to pull that out of the way. That should be plenty to get this down and out of the way. We'll see though. I have to get a piece of tape and actually this stuff gets all over you, but it comes off. Basically just keep this taped and out of the way, so I'll do that now. So next, grab a T30 Torx. One right here. There's 2 on the outside. One here. Before we can take these all the way out, we have to get on the inside here and take a look as to what's going to be involved for removing the connection between the outside door handle and this lock mechanism. It's going to be a little bit awkward to show on camera, but this over here, see that cable there? You basically up at the top there, right about here, you got to pull it forward to unclip from there. So I'm going to do that now. Just got to do it by hand. So that was a little trickier than I was hoping for. But basically, right up here, you got to put a screwdriver behind this white plastic up here, and it'll pry forward, it'll pull away. And then once you've done that, the bottom should pop out as you just saw there. It just popped out. So right, if you can make it out there, you got to put a screwdriver behind here. And if you look in there, you can see at the top where it clicked into the metal, and the bottom where it clicked into the plastic. But now that we've done that, we're ready to pull the mechanism out. It's actually the same exact system that I had on my E90, except it was more finicky on this car. So back to these bolts. So we're free, but inside here, you can just make it out. This little harness is connected and it's connected to it, preventing us from removing the lock mechanism altogether. So I'm going to use this panel trim tool to pop it out. And looks to be another one. There. I'll just remove it because it's going to be easier than trying to move it over after. Okay. Now, this is the path of exit. I think. I'm going to try. Have to rotate it around the beams for the window regulator. Here it is. Here's our prize. So I'm gonna reverse this now and put the new one in. Whatever was happening with the lock system, the reason it wasn't working was internal to this. Nothing you can really repair. Gonna fish the brand new module inside, and I'll clip on those two clips that manage the wire. You got it started. There's a specific way to orient it because it gets caught up on the inside window regulator. So once you get it inside there, you got to kind of twirl it around a little bit, play around with it. I kind of showed in the video to get it in the right orientation. So I got one screw on, holding it for now. And we'll take a look on the inside to put these cable management clips back on. So let's see if I can show this on camera. It's a little tricky. push that in. Now at the base, can't really show it too easily, but going by feel here, there's another hole here somewhere, and right over here. That pushes in for cable management. Okay. Cable that goes to outside. I think I'll get those two screws on here before I tackle that. You have to wrestle it a little bit because there's a foam gasket that has to be compressed before it'll bottom out. Those aren't going in as elegantly as I would have hoped, but they're not cross-turning or anything. It's just, it takes a lot of tension to get them to bottom out. It's kind of like a beveled hole, so it guides itself into place. The thread pitch is such that you can't just tighten it down by hand. Even on the old one, you can see it's kind of like a concave or like a beveled hole. So you just kind of, because of the tension of this brand new gasket all around the new one, it really is tight, so you got to pull it into place. Now we'll head in here and see if we can bottom clipped in, and then the top. Fix in. We're good. All my wires are clear and in a good spot. Everything's clipped on as it was originally. We can just pull on the outside door handle. Verify operation. Plug this in and start reassembling. As I showed before, this goes here. We can test it now. As you see, working properly. Not a hard job. Alright. Let's get this back in place. You have this little relief. Like that. This sticky stuff is very much reusable. It's good as new when you put it back, but you just gotta put even pressure everywhere if you don't want any unpleasant road noises or anything like that to come through, wind noise. Lots of even pressure all around. Just reseal it. And we're ready for the door panel now. It's going to be a little tricky to show you guys all the connections, but I'll try. Okay, so over here, okay, so door handle goes in here. You gotta kind of hold the door handle closed. And then click it into place. I'm showing this on camera. Come over here. You have a connection for the door handle light. Just doing it by feel. I can't even really get my head in there. It only goes one way. Clicks on. The harness management just clicks on. Your speakers. One there. And there doesn't matter which way you put it. And lastly, we have our light. I'm going to put this in here. And this over here to manage the wire. goes over it. This piece here should have stayed on the car. I'll show it here. Hopefully you guys can see. This piece here. This should have stayed up here. If you notice, that piece should have been on the car. Check all the points. Make sure it's tight against the whole body of the car. It's actually very finicky on this car. Kind of a pain in the ass to get everything to line up because the cables are very short and you don't have a lot of wiggle room to get it, but now I have everything tight. Before I finish putting everything back together, I want to verify that lock is still operating as I want. It's working well. So I'm just going to finish off by putting all the screws in. So it's working. Good to go. Fixed. So that's how you change the lock mechanism on your E70 X5. Wish I could have really gotten in tight and gotten into all those little angles to show you every harness being connected, but there just wasn't any room. So as you saw, once I had everything removed, I pinpointed each harness, each connector, and showed you where it's supposed to go, so you know what's up. So hopefully this DIY was helpful for you guys, and thanks for watching and good luck.